Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. So in last episode, we had the season simulation, and we actually managed to make the playoffs. We did trade for Cam Atkinson to bring a bit more offensive depth to our lineup, and then we also traded for Josh Mahura just to kind of get rid of Gustav Olofsson because I felt like he was going to lose morale due to ice time. So we got rid of Olofsson to free up some cap as well. But we're up here in the first round of the playoffs against the Buffalo Sabres, who had a similar record to us, a bit worse apparently than us. They had more wins, but we had more extra frame points, I guess. So that's why we have home ice. But against them during the regular season, I think we kind of struggled. So hopefully that changes in the playoffs. So as you can see, our last game of the regular season was actually against them. We lost 2-1. And then we had some other games against them. We won 3-2 this one, so we were 1-1 against them. We won 3-0 here, so actually 2-1. Any more games against them or no? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, there's another one as well. So we were 2-2 against them during the regular season, so it's pretty much up in the air on who wins this. They obviously have the offensive upper hand, I think, because they have like Jack Eichel, Casey Milstead, all those type of guys, Jeff Skinner. So I'm kind of scared about that, but hopefully we could get a victory and win the series. We definitely have a worse defensive core, I think, or maybe not a defensive core, worse goaltending for sure than they do because they have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who's an 86, while we have like Mrazek, who's an 83. But Mrazek did have a good season, so anything is possible when it comes to this round. So let's see if we could actually somehow win the series and get into the second round. I was actually talking to a guy in the comments of not the previous episode, but the episode before then, and he said that our team is not really the greatest on paper, and he was saying something about it being a hut team. Well, the thing is, they might look really bad on paper, but sometimes if you have a bad team, they simulate well, so who knows, maybe we'll just be one of those lucky cheese teams that manage to go on farther than that. I don't know, but let's see what happens here in game number 1 at the Bell Center on home ice. Let's see if we can get a victory here. We do have the experience, so that should help us out too. First period, and it's 1-0 for Buffalo. Casey Milstead. As I was saying, their top guns are going to be the key to them winning the series probably. So Milstead gets on the board. Shots are 15-7 in favor of Buffalo, so we kind of need to play a bit better defensively, like kind of limit our chances a bit more. Second period, and it's 2-0. That's not good. Logan O'Connor, I think it is, makes it 2-0, and shots are 26-16 in favor of Buffalo. So not looking good here in game 1. I might have to change up some of the lines a bit. But Cole Caulfield's going to score his first ever playoff goal because he was not with us when we won our Stanley Cup last time, I'm pretty sure. Makes it a 2-1 game. Power play chance to tie it, but we can't do it. Time winding down here in game number 1. And we're not going to tie it up as Sam Reinhart gets an empty netter. So we continue on the trend of not being able to score a lot because during the regular season we were one of the worst offensive teams, yet we still won games. So we kind of need to get more goals in the playoffs. So Caulfield with the only goal from Gallagher and Shea. 3 stars in that game. Mrazek still gets first stars, so Mrazek had a good game, but we just could not get enough offense out of our team. Maybe I'll make some line changes already, because we technically did just lose 2 in a row, both to Buffalo. So Cameron Hills gets injured in the minors. We'll replace him. Okay, so let's take a look at our lines quickly. Maybe we'll make some changes. Maybe I'll go back to putting Caulfield on that top line because I did switch him in the last episode, but I think he was doing really good with that top line. So yeah, let's just switch that again. See if we could get something better out of our lines there. Anything else we could do? I would put Domi down in the lineup because he didn't have the greatest season at all, but he'd lose morale more than likely. I could move somebody like Montour back to the top. Yeah, I'll probably do that just to give a bit more of an offensive boost. And then I will give... I'll change Dermott and Lambos. Give Lambos a better shot because he's been kind of good for a 82 overall guy. And Mrazek had a good first game, so we're going to leave him in net. Maybe that will help us out, those line changes, I don't know. But as long as we put up a fight, I'm fine with it. Because like I said, I didn't expect this team to be a playoff team really when I started last season. So to be in the playoffs, it's a good sign at least that we're kind of heading in the right direction. So game number 2 is still on home ice. Let's see if we could tie this series up, headed back to Buffalo. We kind of need that in a sense. First period, and it's 1-0 us. So there you go. We've managed to score this time. Lafreniere gets his first goal of the playoffs. Shots are 12-7 in favor of Buffalo, but it's still a bit closer of a period than it was in first period of game number 1. Second period, and still 1-0. So far in this series, Peter Mrazek's been really good. It's just our offense is not scoring a whole lot because we only have 2 goals in 5 periods. Let's see if we could get an insurance marker here in the third. We kind of need one. Power play, and there it is. Brandon Montour makes it 2-0. The former Buffalo Sabre, actually. I think that's where we got him from because he was a free agent. It was a power play goal too, so that's good that our power play is showing up. And it's 3-0. Noel Gunler with his first ever playoff goal. He only scored like 4 goals during the regular season, and he comes through with 1 here in the playoffs, and it's a 3-0 victory. So our offense definitely showed up that game a bit more. And our defense showed up like it did during the regular season, so that's good. So Lafreniere from Caulfield and Dermott, and then Montour from Atkinson and Frost, and Gunler from Tanev and Paling. 3 stars in that game. Mrazek again the first star, Lafreniere the second star, and Montour the third. So I think if we didn't have somebody that simulates really well like Peter Mrazek, we wouldn't have been a playoff team. Because like I kind of brought in Mrazek because I knew he would be kind of like a cheat code kind of guy. Because when he's like a free agent, usually he goes to a team and plays really well. So maybe that's why we're simulating so well. It's just because of Peter Mrazek. So here we go. Game number 3, we shift to Buffalo, and I think it's the KeyBank Center. Let's see if we could get a win on the road. We are not a good road team during the regular season, so hopefully we could get some in the playoffs. First period, and it's 1-1. So Logan O'Connor makes it 1-0 for Buffalo, but a late goal by Cam Atkinson makes it 1-1. Shots are 12-11 in favor of your Montreal Canadiens. Second period, and it's 3-2 for us. Nice. So Suzuki scores and make it a 2-1 game, and then like 7 minutes later, Reinhardt ties it up. But another kind of late goal by Max Domi makes it a 3-2 game. Shots are 23-22 in favor of Buffalo. Let's see if we could get an insurance marker here in the third and kind of lock it down a bit. Penalty kill. Nicely done. We need that defense to play good. And there's Kotkaniemi making it 4-2. But Logan O'Connor, who's been really good for Buffalo, makes it 4-3. And Eichel makes it 4-4. It's not good. Come on, Peter Mrazek, you can do this, buddy. And we are headed to overtime in game number 3. We look like we were going to go for a win with Kotkaniemi making it 4-2, but they scored 2 unanswered. And they're both like 2 minutes apart, so that's kind of ball busting. Shots are 34-30 in favor of us. Let's see if we could get a winner here in overtime. We need somebody to be a hero for us. Power play. It's a 5-on-3 in overtime, and they're going to get a shorthanded goal. I think that was a shorthanded goal by Adam Henrique. And we lose 5-4 in overtime. That better not have been a shorthanded goal, because that's not a good way to lose the game in the playoffs. So our goals though: Cam Atkinson from Peltier, Suzuki from Peltier and Atkinson, Domi from Lafreniere and Gallagher, and Kotkaniemi from Frost. Let's see, so there was a penalty at 4:08 of overtime, and then there was a goal at 6:09. So just as the penalty expired, it looks like. Damn, that really sucks. So still. 3 stars, Logan O'Connor, Dahlin, and Eichel. So Logan O'Connor, I don't even know who this guy is really in real life. He's not that good of a player though, I don't think. So I don't know how he came through with 3 goals in the series already. So we're down in the series again. Hopefully we could bounce back with a win here and tie it up, headed back home, or else we are going to be having to make some probably big line changes, and hopefully we could get a next 3 games where we win. We have to win this game or else we're going to have to go on a 3-game winning streak. So first period of game 4, and it's scoreless. Okay, I'll take that. Shots are 9-8 in favor of the Sabres, so at least it's kind of tight. Second period, and 1-0 Buffalo. Colin Miller, not good. Shots are 23-17 in favor of us, but we still have no offense to show for it. So our offense is still struggling to an extent. They had 2 good games, but it's just not been there really that well. We need somebody to score and tie it up, please. Cole Caulfield, you had 29 during the regular season or something like that. Anybody? Penalty kill. Nicely done. Who wants to tie it for us? Cam Atkinson? Nobody wants to tie it up for us, apparently. And we're going to lose 1-0. So another good game from Peter Mrazek. He's been good in 3 of the 4 games. Of the 4 games. But our offense has just not been good at all. And Lukonen simulates usually pretty well. So we're going to make some line changes that are probably going to be questionable, but we need to start getting some wins. Okay, so let's go to our edited lines. Cam Atkinson's got 3 points, so at least that trade has been helping us out offensively in the playoffs, but it has not gotten us wins. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put Gallagher back to the top line. We're going to put Domi down to here, put Suzuki on the wing, put Cam Atkinson here on the left side with Frost and Caulfield. And then we are going to put Travis German back up, put Lambos back down, and put Shillington up. No, that seems kind of weird. And then Mrazek's been really, really good, but he's just not gotten the wins. I don't really feel like putting Carey Price because I don't know how he's going to simulate, but this could be his last NHL game. I might want to put JFK in the lineup, but I don't know who to take out. Palin's been fine in the lineup. That 4th line in general has been good. I'm not going to put JFK in yet, if we even get a chance to put JFK in, because JFK usually simulates pretty well. As in Forsback at Carlson, not John F. Kennedy. So let's see if we could somehow come back and win 3 straight games. We've done it before, I think, in the playoffs, but I don't know if we will against Buffalo. We need to win 3 straight games, starting off with this home game. Real-time simulation, we need our guys to show up. Our offense needs to score more than it's ever has in a playoff game, and we let in a shorthanded goal early by Braden Shen, and Jeff Skinner makes it 2-0 right after. That's not a way to start an elimination game, guys. Gallagher makes it 2-1. At least we get on the board here in this first period to give us a chance. And there's a goal by Noel Gunler, his 2nd of the playoffs, and he only had 4 during the regular season. Interesting. So both teams get 2 goals on 9 shots, so it's not been a really good goaltending matchup so far in this game. Let's see if we could take the lead here in the second. Since we have 2 unanswered pretty much goals at the moment, but Eichel gives Buffalo the lead. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Another penalty kill. Stop taking penalties, boys. And Kreider makes it 4-2. God damn it. It's not good. Down by 2 again. Yeah, I don't know what this team needs. I know we do need some better offensive players and better defense and stuff like that, but I think we're still heading in the right direction in terms of prospects and stuff like that. So it's a 4-2 lead for Buffalo. We need to get 3 goals in this third period, or 2 goals to at least bring it to overtime, or else we're going to be eliminated. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Another penalty kill. Stop taking penalties, guys. And Okposo makes it 5-2, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Caulfield makes it a 5-3 game. At least that's a goal for us. We're still down by 2 goals with 5 minutes left. time winding down, and we are going to be eliminated in only 5 games by the Buffalo Sabres, which really blows because I thought this team might have had a bit more of a chance because we had the experience, but Buffalo getting it done because of their offense. So Gallagher from Kotkaniemi and Lafreniere, Gunler from Paling and Montour, and Caulfield from Atkinson and Frost. 3 stars, all Buffalo Sabres players, and all big guys for them. Okay, so I guess we're going to be simulating up to the draft now. But let's take a look at our player stats for that first round loss to Buffalo, unfortunately. So yeah, Cam Atkinson was a good pickup, but the team did not win. They didn't score enough. Like, Atkinson had 1 goal, which is not great at all, but at least he had 4 points, and he was a +2. So we had some guys produce, but like everybody was under point per game, so we definitely need to start picking it up in terms of getting a better offensively minded forward, because a lot of these guys are more defensively minded. I think like Suzuki is, at least in this simulation type of thing, Paling, those type of things. Goaltending wise, Mrazek was really good, but we just could not get those W's for him. Okay. So let's sim up to the draft. See where the draft lottery results, retirements, all that stuff. Hopefully Carey Price kind of retires this year, because like I really need the cap space. So I would really like him to retire so we could free up like $10.5 million, because I don't want to necessarily be paying him to be like an AHL goaltender. So, or I might have to put him on waivers or try and trade his contract, which would be probably impossible, at least with the new trade engines and stuff like that. So the Edmonton Oilers won the Stanley Cup. Not really a surprise because Connor McDavid led the league with 120 points, and Belleville Senators win the Calder Cup. Okay, so let's take a look at those awards, see if we got anything. I don't think we did, but you never know. So awards for the season: Edmonton wins the Cup, Colorado won the President's Trophy for the 2nd straight season, and it was Edmonton and Tampa Bay in the Stanley Cup Finals. The individual awards: McDavid wins the Art Ross and the Hart, Shane Gostisbehere wins the James Norris, Malkin wins the Lady Byng, Grigorenko, which is the franchise guy Anaheim drafted, wins the Calder, McDavid wins the Conn Smythe, Grubauer winning the Vezina, Hunter Jones winning the William M. Jennings, kind of weird, Hatcher winning the Masterton, Rue, that's a weird last name, Rue winning the Adams, Sagan takes home the Selke, McDavid takes home the Lindsay, and Amrit Anderson takes home the Maurice Richard. In the AHL, any awards for us? Radulov returned to Milwaukee, which is Nashville's AHL affiliate, so that's kind of funny. And it does not look like we had any awards in there. Nope. Okay, so actually I want to check the AHL again for stats, because there was still some games left in the AHL season. So Rene finished with a total of 33 points, and it was a -29. Only 3 power play points. That's kind of strange, but he should get some good growth, I think, for next season. Okay, so now we got to sim up to the draft. I guess we'll do some draft interviews in this episode as well, even though this episode is getting closer to its normal time ending. So Arizona has the first pick, so that means Jonathan Drouin's going to be getting to play with whoever's number 1. Vegas has 2nd, Columbus has number 3, and I don't know where we're drafting. We're probably like 20th or 18th or something like that. So retired players for this season. So the best player to retire is Phil Kessel, then Corey Perry, Brad Marchand, a lot of the guys that were playing in like 2006 and 2007. Okay, and goaltending wise, damn, Carey Price did not retire. Oh, I might have to see if I can trade away this contract, because it is definitely going to hurt us a bit this year, I think. So Devin Dubnyk was the best goalie to retire, so I don't think we lost anything at all this season, which is more than likely the case because we are a pretty young team. Yeah, we did not lose anybody to retirement. Okay, so draft interviews and stuff like that. But there is probably going to be players being coaches. Yep. JVR is now a coach. Okay. It's interesting. Did we lose any coach? Yeah, we lost somebody from Laval. And that was it, I think. Yep. Okay, so let's do our draft interviews. I don't know where we're drafting. It's not the deepest draft we've seen so far. But I'm assuming we're drafting around, like, if there's 16 teams that make it, that means 15 teams that don't. We're out in the first round, so yeah, we're probably, like, somewhere around this area. This Mikonov guy could be elite, but I don't know. He looks like he has 4 years. This guy is looking like a 2-year player, so I'm going to actually... Yeah, I'm definitely going to pin this guy. And I am going to interview him and see for sure if he's 2 years away. Is that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. God damn it. And then we also got to see what type of player he is. So his readiness, a few seasons. So I think that's probably like 2 seasons. His play style, he's a playmaker, a right wing playmaker. That's interesting. And let's just end the interview already. And he's 3 years away, so he's probably just a top 6, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think he's elite. Unfortunately, I thought he was going to be. So let's unpin him for now. This guy could be elite, but he's a bust, according to this. Mason Ryder, it's a goaltender. We do need a goalie prospect, and this guy's not far out. Yeah, I think this guy could be a goalie that we might want to take, because we do need somebody still, I think, in order to get to replace Carey Price. And with the last name Ryder, we could say this guy's Michael Ryder's son, which would be kind of a cool little story for you guys. And he says a few seasons, so he's probably like 3 years away. He's a hybrid goalie. Not a surprise, because most goalies are hybrid. And his personality... he has high standards and he wants to win at all costs. Well, we're kind of, I think, in the right area for winning soon, so that guy could be good. 3 years away for goalies is usually pretty good for overalls, so I think that guy might be somebody we want to look at getting. Usually first round goalies are always elite, at least, I think. Would be nice to take him. Because like I said, we do need a goalie prospect, because I think that elite goalie we have currently is not going to be anything special. Anybody else that we want to scout or interview? One more player at least. We'll just go to somebody that we don't know anything about, like... Let's go with Bennett Brown. Interview this guy. See if this guy is anywhere close to being NHL ready. And he's a couple years away. What's his best skill? He's a sniper, more than likely, because of his shot. Let's just end the interview there. So Bennett Brown might be interesting as well. 2 years away. So this guy could be elite, being only 2 years away, and he says it's his shot, so he's definitely probably a sniper. And look at his stats, they look pretty good. Yeah, I think this guy might be our pick, or we go with that goaltender. 89 points in 71 games in his first season down there. If we could get him, because he's looking like he's going in the first 14, so we might not be able to get him. But that goalie, I definitely think we should go after if we have the chance to. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to the off season, and hopefully we'll get like maybe some more good prospects, because we definitely have a good defensive prospect group. We kind of just need to build up the offensive one a bit more and goaltending one. And then I think this team could be good in like 2 or 3 seasons. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.